Folks, this is Harry Clevin here, and I've got me a nice little cat right here. Her name is Maribel. She thinks she's a lion and a tiger. Don't you, girl? Yep, she's a wild one. Whoa. Yep, she's a wild one. Oh, she's clawing me. She's clawing me. Check her out. She's clawing me. Ouch. Oh, anyway, she's being a little butt. She's just a little over a year old. But here's Harry Clevin talking from Harry's World, talking real Detroit Lions football. I am 100% a fan. So anything I'm about to say, please don't be alarmed. And I'm not being a downer. I'm a very optimistic person, but I'm also a realist. And with that being said, Micah Parsons. I hate talking about somebody else's player so much that it detracts from the great players that we have. And we have a ton of great players. They did not play great, though, in week one against the Green Bay Packers, which was a team that I thought we had surpassed going into this year, for sure. But with one person named Micah Parsons, a guy that seems to never take the same route to the quarterback ever. You can try to block him with two guys, but he's so lightning quick and strong. It's hard to understand how strong that young man is. And in a perfect world, you would think that for the last 2 or 3 years, when we've had the number one offense and through the draft, we haven't had much help for Aiden Hutchinson on the front line between people not being healthy and just people not being dominant. You know, when we had a chance at Jalen Carter, I fully understand why we passed on him because of the legal issues and whatnot. And they didn't want that type of guy there. However, he is a beast, but nothing like Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons is not a bad attitude guy. He's disruptive every single play. And I just can't help it. Man, we better win the Super Bowl this year. Because if Green Bay wins that Super Bowl because they grab Micah Parsons, man, it's going to be sore subject during the offseason. And I'm just trying to be aware of that. And he would look so good in a Lions jersey. And we got over in Green Bay when we grabbed Brian Branch. We traded with Green Bay to get him. Tom Grossi, Grossi. Check his video out, please. He's a lot. He's really popular on that, so you may have already seen it. So, but his reaction when we got Brian Branch. I'm looking forward to this game. We're playing against the Bears, and I have no ill will at all toward Ben Johnson. As a matter of fact, I think after week one, we should tip our hats off to the guy. He made things fun. We had probably 7, 8 trick plays every single game. I didn't see a single one last week, and there's a guy named Isaac Tesla that I'm a big fan of. I think he's come to us at the right time. And I think by using him early, we can free up JMO and Armand St. Brown. It's going to be hard to guard all three of those wide receivers and Laporta. I think we could save Laporta for towards the end of the year when we need him for the playoffs, so he's healthy. And I'm just looking forward to making the playoffs. We've lost one. We need to beat the Bears. I don't want to talk about if we lose to the Bears. The Bears are not pushovers by no means. We're going to have to earn every single victory. But the Lions last week, and it could be very much the opponent that looked very dominating also against Washington, a team that beat us in the playoffs. But the Lions looked a step slow. There was a few people out there that went out and played very well. Amon St. Brown played his normal game. We didn't utilize him enough, I guess, but he was available. Salem Laporta was a check down with Parsons coming. And Parsons played more in the Commanders game, and it's going to be frightening for all the people that have to deal with him if he's healthy. He's got an extra 4 days rest now because they played Thursday. So I don't know who they play next, but I know they play Dallas on week 4. That's going to be must see TV. Uh, but our Lions need to get back on track. Jeff Goff needs to get protected, or we need to get a running quarterback. I believe halfway through this season, if we're not on track to be that team that we're supposed to be, there's going to be some huge changes. Huge. And I count on Sheila for making those changes. I don't know what they are. I'm not in panic mode. We win this game. We beat Baltimore somehow, and we're 2-1. Week 1 will be all but forgotten until they come to our house. Football is a game that is a lot of its momentum. Oh, there's a hawk. Whoa. I've never seen a hawk in this area. Say goodbye to some chickens. But I'm very interested in seeing the intensity amp up. I love watching Jack Campbell. A lot of people don't talk about him. I love watching Jack Campbell. He's not a hoorah guy, but he puts some serious licks on people. And here's something I want to I'm not a coach by any means, and I don't know football as much as a lot of people do. But I can't help but notice that he's not much different sized. He looks almost identical size to Aiden Hutchinson. And all I'm saying, if we can't develop a better pass rush and Malcolm Rodriguez gets back at linebacker, maybe try Jack. You know, if you look at, I hate to keep talking about Michael Parsons, but man, he's the best that I've ever seen. He is the best pass rusher I have ever seen in a long, long time. And but Micah Parsons reminds me more of a linebacker build, but and for him to be as strong as he is on a pass rush, it just blows my mind. He's a lot stronger than he even looks, and he's a big guy, but he's not the big, bulky pass rusher, like Myles Garrett, you know. Um, but maybe Jack Campbell can be converted into a guy that you can move around and bum rush the line and cause havoc. The guy seems to be able to tackle at any moment. He'd be good against a run. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, things come together. It takes. If you look at when when we first started this rebuild 5 years ago, when we first got Goff, things weren't pretty, and took Ben Johnson a little time. So, hate to be patient. Be patient. We were 15-2 last year with tons of injuries, and kicked out of our first playoff game against the Commanders. So you want to at least be there and improve with more people on the field. Terry and Arnold is a huge concern. He left the game with an injury, but before that injury, I didn't see him turn his head around and he got burnt for a touchdown pass. And, preseason's preseason. That's a guy that I would have liked to seen play more in preseason. Especially when the guys that were playing in the preseason are practice squad guys at best. It'd been nice to get Terry and Arnold a pick or two and let him get in that game. Get him some confidence. And it also would have exposed that if he could not cover second and third rate guys, that I sure hope he don't turn into an Okudah. I think he's better than that. I think he can cover better, but he's got to get his head turned around and he's got to be able to swat the ball and he's got to be able to pick off some. He gets a few picks and people start to look another direction. But we need help on defense. And maybe in the next 2 or 3 years on draft picks, we can focus in on him. But the Micah Parsons thing, man, I guarantee Dallas is missing him. And if the Dallas fans have been watching Green Bay the first 2 weeks, they're not happy. I don't know who's going to help Aiden Hutchinson. If all you have for pass rush is Aiden Hutchinson, it's going to be easy to double team him. Man, I wish we had him. Wish we had that Micah Parsons. Oh, man. Whoa. I'm a little tired. Oh, I'm going to head out to church, get dressed, head out to church, and then I come back and watch the Lions win. God bless you guys.